Hey, John here. Here's lick of the day number 94. This is a big sweeping Lydian lick, and as usual you can find a link to the tabs in the description below or by clicking right here on the screen. I'm going to play it slowly once and then break it down. We start here on the 4th fret of the G string. Alright, so this one is based on C Lydian, just like the one yesterday. So if you missed that video, go check it out. But a Lydian scale is just like a major scale, but we raise the 4th scale degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4 goes up to sharp 4. And that's it. Just gonna go through a few different arpeggio shapes, but all in all, it shouldn't be that annoying to work through. There's some legato stuff as well, but it's really part of the sweeps, I would say. Some slides up here, and actually some hybrid picking as well, but only one note, so don't be too scared. All right, so we start here on the 3rd fret. We're gonna have 3, 7 on the A string, then we have 5 on D, 4 on G, 5 on B, and then 3 and 7 on the high E string. So, but we're gonna start here, and you can start with a downstroke, an upstroke. I start with an upstroke, I believe, and just do a rest stroke, so I'm just waiting here below the D string. So an upstroke, and then we're gonna go 4, 5, 7, 5, 4. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes on the G string. And then we're gonna go down the shape, up, up, down, hammer, down, 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 up, pull off. So after that, we're gonna move up to this E minor 7 arpeggio. But again, remember, it's all played over this C note. So you're not gonna hear it as an E minor 7 arpeggio. You're gonna hear it as an extension of this chord. You can check the tabs for that, and I write out all the shapes, and then I put in the intervals in relationship to whatever key we're in, so you can see exactly what's going on. All right, so we have 10, 7 on the high E string, and we have 8 on the B string, 7 on the G string, 9 on the D string, and 10, 7 on the A string. So these shapes are quite handy in the sense that it's going to be the same frets on the lowest string of the shape, the A string in this case, and the high E string. It's fairly easy to remember them. The picking here is just going to be upstroke, pull off, up, 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 up. Now we're going to slide up to 10, and make sure that you have a rest stroke waiting here. So you basically go up, pull off, up, 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 down. So I'm actually waiting on the D string while sliding. So we have, let's see, up, down, slide, hammer. So we have 3 notes with this one pick stroke, and it's kind of tricky doing these slides, but just work on it and slow it down and make sure your transitions are fast. You should be okay. So after that, a hammer on to basically we're gonna use the same shape we did here, the C major 7 shape from G. So we have a G major 7 shape, and again we hear it over this note, so we're gonna get different intervals here, but you can check out the tabs for that. So we just go up that shape, so down, sorry, we're coming from here, slide, hammer, down, 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 up, and now we're gonna add the G on top here. So we slide up with the pinky, slide back. So again, we're gonna have a lot of notes here while we're waiting, because I'm resting on the B string here while I slide up, slide back, and do a pull off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back down the same shape. Down, all the way down here, and then from this downstroke, slide And then we're gonna use the M finger. So we're gonna go down, slide, M finger to the 12th fret of the D string. And then down again, and then slide down to the 3rd of the key here. So if we put that together. Right, so here's the whole thing from the beginning. Practice-wise, as usual, learn the whole thing, but then break it down in sections when you practice it. So in this case, you can actually break everything down in groups of 4, since you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's the first group of 4. So you want to go from one group of 4 to the next. So basically one beat to the next. And then from this note. And if you wonder what I'm doing here, I'm actually starting this note with the pull-off. So this enables me to prepare everything as I would if I played it from the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then from here I start with a hammer on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. From here. 1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then, and so on. So you go through the whole thing like that, and then you can start putting together 2 beats at a time. So you go from beat 1 to beat 3. So well, then you want to start from this beat and go, so beat 2 to beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So let's see. And so on. So you basically want to go through from beat 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 throughout the whole thing, and then you go back and do 2 beats at a time. So you go 1, 2, end on the first note of 3, then you start on 2, 3, end on first note of 4 throughout the whole thing. Go back to 3 complete beats. So you're gonna play beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and then end on the first beat of the first note of the 4th beat. So we're putting everything together like that. You're bound to get it right, and also you'll find what trips you up. And another thing is that starting with these pull-offs and things like that, that will actually feel trickier than actually putting it together. But that's still a good thing to do, just for the control and also for you really getting a sense of what you're doing. So that's one thing to do, but also just going through these shapes. Just chromatically, and do that with that one as well, and then this one. And this one with the slide, you can actually incorporate that and do that all over the fretboard. So if let's say I start here, and then I do the slide thing as well. But as you see here, pay attention to the rest stroke, so you're waiting. You don't want to just be out here and then have to catch it, and also that will screw up your muting abilities. So and then just move it up and down the fretboard. I know I say that in pretty much every video, but it's such an important thing to do, because you don't want to sit there in one place and just, you know, basically make a hole in the fretboard. You want to move it around, because that's better for your overall technique, and also will enable you to see these shapes easier instead of just getting stuck on like, oh yeah, I know the notes because they're going to be on the dots or whatever. You want to be able to see these shapes in relationship to themselves, so not try to see them in relationship to the dots the whole time. So that's another tip when it comes to learning the fretboards. You can actually see what you're doing basically and not be stuck on certain frets. All right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.